Okay, we are in the Peter Sagan. This is a secret training here. Secret training here with Peter Sagan, Adelaide, Australia. Thanks to Lantern Rouge. There's yours truly, the yellow socks. We've got Ollie on the right. Lantern Rouge filmed this on his Gopro, and so thanks to that. So we've got the watts here. You see the power, the data, the C2, the 2 number. So we see about 150 to 300 watts in this climb. 22k an hour, the RPM, the cadence, 85. So anything over 80 to 100 is what you'll need climbing at. If you're trying to push the watts, you want to be over 90, between 90 and 100. Under 90, when you're trying to push, you're losing power. You're losing efficiency. Simple as that. Just look at Peter Sagan. Look at Chris Froome. Look at Lance Armstrong. Look at Cancellara. Look at Rowan Dennis. Look at any of the gun time trialers, sprinters, climbers of the modern era. And it is cadence all the way. And people can disagree with that, but they're still going to be wrong. And a quick search for YouTube will prove them wrong. Watch all the cadence of the big hitters with the best doctors in the best races and watch what cadence they choose when it's crunch time, when it's payday. When you want to make the pace like a brick in the face, then up the cadence and boom, the watt bombs drop. Simple as that. Simple as that. Anyway, I'm on the bamboo bike here. And we're cruising up Wollonga Hill, which is it's featured in the Tour Down Under every year for the last few years. Richie Port typically lights it up in the last K and goes for the win and does it in spectacular fashion. Spectacular fashion. So we even see Valverde these days. See Valverde and Simon Gerrans spinning to win up the Wollonga Hill. So we've got a few riders here. A few of the vegan guys. And this is the reality I live in. People come to Adelaide from all parts of the world. We've got Christian Air from Chile. He came from Chile, all the way from Chile to Adelaide to meet up with Durianrider, to meet the crew, to get the training done, etc. We've got Ollie there from UK, who just turned up at the Backpackers hostel, messaged me and said, "What's up?" And I said, "You want to come out riding with Peter Sagan tomorrow?" And he's like, "Serious?" I said, "Yeah. Let's hook it up. Meet me at 8 o'clock at Hilton." So this is the reality that I live in. And this is the reality I live in. So if you want to be part of that reality, then carb the fuck up so you got the energy to go out and do shit like this. This is the reality. This is the reality. So this is how the pros train. This is a secret training. It's pretty standard stuff, isn't it? It's just riding bikes on the course, sussing it out. You can see in front of me there is Peter Sagan in the rainbow jersey. And this is 2017. So he's got that. He won that Worlds in 2016. He's riding a Tarmac SL5. The S-Works edition, and just cruising up Wollonga Hill here. And look at the watts. Very, very casual. So he's going to drop back to the car. I'll drop back a bit as well. I just want to see what's going on. And anyway, so I dropped back with Pete. Had a bit of a yarn. He knows who I am. He's watched a few of my videos, and so the other Bora guys I had a conversation with as well. Some of them said they found my commentary quite entertaining and quite interesting and quite honest and open and transparent. It's very interesting how many pro riders watch my banter, watch the antics, and that's the power of YouTube. Anyone can be watching. Hey, mum. And so we cruise up the hill, and you can see the watts is pretty cash. It's 300, 250, and so that's when cadence doesn't really matter. If you're a pro rider, 300 watts is casual. That's what you would average for a 3 to 4 hour race. It would be at 300 watts. That's the sort of metabolic cost. Would be about 300 watts, which is probably close to 1,000 calories per hour you're burning of muscle glycogen. So you've got to be carved up. And as soon as you don't eat enough, then boom, you bonk. And we've seen Peter Sagan bonk in races. We've seen Lance Armstrong bonk. We've seen Contador bonk. We've seen any ride, all the top champions ride. Every cyclist has bonked before, and people don't know what bonk means. Bonking means one of two things. It could be you ran out of water, and so you're really dehydrated. That could be sort of, some people call that a bonk. I call it dehydration. The second one is glucose exhaustion, where you've run out of your muscle glycogen, you ran your levels really low, and you can't even push 150 watts or 200 watts. You're really, really struggling. You're struggling to focus. Your motivation is just dropping. Oh my God, you're counting down the last few miles. And you're not in a massive world of lactate, 400 watts. You're in like 150 watts, cruising aerobically, but you're just like, oh my God, this is just terrible. This is awful. You're getting passed by riders who you normally can flog. That's when you're bonking. When riders you normally kick their ass, they're kicking your ass today. And I've been in those situations many a time. And it's very, very rare. It happens now. Very, very rare. Because I'm organised with my carbohydrate intake. And that's the difference between a pro rider and an amateur. Amateurs and pros can generally ride the same power for 30 minutes. But the pros can do it after 5 hours of racing. And the main reason is because they know how to eat and drink enough. Yeah, there's the question of having a good doctor, and that's a different story. But the main difference I've found between a pro and an amateur is there's not much difference in the 30-minute power with fresh legs. There's not much difference at all. And what you do notice, though, is it's that, after 5 hours of racing, after 2 weeks of racing, after 5 days of racing, the pros are more organised at getting that carbohydrate in, and the water, and the sleep. They know how to really stock their hydration and carbohydrates a lot better. That's the main thing. That's the biggest thing I've done. I did a race in Thailand last year, 7-day race, hardest race I've ever done in my life. And I was in really bad shape, my form, still very lean, but my form was really low because I hadn't done much training. In intensity. But I finished 9th overall and won $800 because I knew how to eat and drink enough. And so the guys who were faster than me, after the second day, they were all cooked. And after the third day, even more cooked. So I just rode myself in 9th place overall because so many people pulled out or just got dropped and lost heaps of time. So even though they were climbing faster than me, it's probably like 20 guys who were climbing faster than me, maybe 30 even. Actually, maybe on the first day, I was probably like 50th or something. But so many people just pulled the pin because they just got so cooked. It was incredible. So you got to carb the fuck up. How do you know much eat enough carbs? 10 grams of carbs per kilo of body weight per day. So that's about 70 kilos, 70-kilo rider. It's about 700 grams a day. That's a lot of carbohydrate. It's quite hard to eat that much volume. And so what people do is they just fill up on fat and protein, and the body's like, wow. Now the kidneys have to process excess protein. The body's storing more fat because every gram of fat we eat is the fat we wear. And then the performance is dropping, or people start gaining more fats and they cut their calories down. And then the disordered eating starts, or maybe even potentially an eating disorder. And then the addiction to stimulants, or the dependent on stimulants, or phentermine, or all these other stims out there, Ritalin, Adderall, caffeine, etc., can kick in. And then we have some real issues with riders, with eating disorders and stimulant use and abuse. And moods just going crazy, and that's not what we want. We want the rider, the runner, the swimmer to have sane state of mind and body. And you're only going to get that if you're eating enough carbohydrates every day. As soon as you start cutting your carbs down, either purposely or accidentally, your mood's going to drop. I notice it within a day. If I don't eat enough carbs, I'm a bit like, a bit more silky and whiny and shit like that in my head. And I'm like, doing what I got to carb the fuck up. And this afternoon, I've been carbing the fuck up really well. I had some vegan low-fat ice cream. I've been drinking soft drink. I've been drinking sugar water. Had toast with jam, Vegemite. I've had big bowls of cereal, a bit of soy milk in there, low-fat soy milk and sugar. And I feel on top of the world right now. And I'm on no stims right now. I'm just full natty bra, loving that dopamine carb effect. And that's what life's about. And I feel really sorry for people out there who cut the carbs out and end up on SSRI medications and all sorts of stuff because they get depression because they're not enough carbs in the brain. So that's what this video is about. This video is about Peter Sagan secret training, which is pretty much non-eventful. It's pretty standard stuff. Just ride your bike up hills, and then once a week, ride at the intensity you need to do in a race. Simple as that. The rest of the time, just cruising around. Look at this. We're under 300 watts here, just cruising around talking. So yeah, that's what it's about. I'm on the bamboo bike. I'm on the bamboo bike, keeping up the world champion and the Bora team on the bamboo bike. So that's what we're talking about here. We've got another rider on our left. So yeah, this is reality I'm in. This is my reality. Carved up reality. Bamboo bike reality. The bamboo bike is heavier. It is not as fast as these pro level bikes. But I don't use it as an excuse. 15, 20 years older than a lot of these guys. I don't use that as an excuse either. I'm not a pro rider. I don't use that as an excuse either. I work 70 hours a week typically. But in January, I take some time off to go and cruise around and get some footage for you guys and girls out there because I really enjoy it. But anyway, carb the fuck up. If you want more information, get a copy. Go to Durianrider.com, and get my ebooks and even get my one-on-one coaching. And we talk about this stuff more in depth and detail. And it's simple stuff. I'm a true believer. If you can't explain something simply to the average person, then you simply don't understand it well enough. If you're getting caught up in jargon and complex talk, it's because you don't really understand your subject. You're trying to baffle people with bullshit. But if you can't explain the concept to an 8-year-old, then you don't understand it very well at all. And I can explain nutrition to any 8-year-old. The importance of carbohydrate, and I can demonstrate all these things. Clear urine for better kidneys and better blood volume, and just piss and clear. Everyone knows what clear urine should look like. That's so simple. But how often is it taught in school or work? But if I was an employer, I would have the charts in the toilet. Clear urine, that's the game. Because you're going to have better work productivity. You're going to have less sick people. You're going to be just even more productive. People are happier when you're hydrated. So you get dehydrated. As soon as I get dehydrated, I'm like, ugh. I'm like a nag to be around. I'm all like, man. So drink enough water so you piss and clear every 2-3 hours. And I even know I'm dehydrated now, and so I can control my mood. I might be feeling like crap. I'm just dehydrated. I'm going to shut my mouth. I'm going to go find some water, get some carbohydrates in me, maybe have a little nap, and then come back when I'm good. All right? I'll leave you guys. I'll be back soon. Got to go look after, get some water, get some stuff done, and then start the conversation again. Then start the workload again. Otherwise, you're giving second best. You're giving second best. So carb the fuck up. Get it done. I'm a 40-year-old guy on a bamboo bike, non-pro, train 100 Ks a week or 200 Ks a week sometimes, and I'm keeping up the pros, the best in the world, in training in hot weather. That speaks volumes about my advice. And you have people who've been riding for like a year and stuff, and they're still coming out riding with us. And so they're following the Durianrider template, carbon the fuck up, spin to win, get a power meter, pace yourself, early nights when you can, and have fun. Above all, have fun. Don't be a shit cunt. Be friendly. Introduce noobs to the sport. Pay it forward. Pay it forward, man. That's what it's all about. But yeah, Two Down Under is a fantastic race to watch. It's like the best in the world, I reckon, because the reason why it's the best in the world is it's like everything's just so close here in Adelaide. The proximity is insane. The proximity is just insane. How the Hilton hotels in the city there, all the stages finish. All the riders come back to the tour village every day. It's just rad. And those who've been to Two Down Under know what I'm talking about. And those who haven't, come to Adelaide in January during Two Down Under, and then you'll know what everyone's raving on about. It is the best race in the world to watch because the weather's really, really well. Sometimes it gets a bit hot, but it's really, really, really awesome. And you just stay hydrated, man. And just apply Durianriders tips, and you'll have the best fucking holiday ever. Carbon the fuck up, piss and clear. Pump your tyres up, get a power meter, pace yourself, and enjoy the road. And pay attention out there as well. Always pay attention to what's in front of you on the bike. Because you never know, it could be Peter Sagan, it could be me, it could be a wombat about to take your fork steer out. Anyway, peace, we'll see you on the road. Carb the fuck up, done.
Carbs, carb the fuck up, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up. Corn, rice, potatoes, yams, bananas, mangoes, dates, plantain, melons, blueberries, blackberries, mulberries. Get them motherfucking carbohydrates in. Go vegan, motherfuckers. Carb the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up, the fuck up.